Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to York Sports Network. It is senior night for York Varsity Soccer. Tonight, the Dukes take on the Glenbard North Panthers. I'm Connor Choi. With me is TJ Silkaitis. Dukes coming off a win in their last game. They won 4-1 at Wheaton Warrenville South. Jaden Waske scored twice. Damian Glatz had 1 goal. And TJ, he's had at least 1 goal or 1 assist in his last 7 games. Longest streak by anyone on this team. This ball's going up the middle, and this will be picked up by junior goalkeeper Aaron Rivera. And TJ, want to give us the starting lineups tonight? In just a second. All right, starting lineup tonight is Aaron Rivera at goalkeeper, Nico Feldman, Michael Greco, Alan Rivas, Gustavo Herrera, Damian Glatz, Mateus Janowski, Jaden Waske, Ethan Wells, Xander Menelaskina, and Alex Papa. Ball's out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. This one's launched. Janowski gonna fight for the ball. He's gonna get it there. He's gonna kick it out to Menelaskina. Dukes have it in midfield. This one's gonna be taken away. It's a battle for the ball. Dukes are gonna lose it once again just after getting it back. Panthers are pushing up, and then they lose it. Clear to midfield. Wells gets it, gives it to Herrera. Herrera finds Damian Glatz, who gets the ball back on a pass from Herrera, but that one's gonna go out of bounds. Ball clear to about midfield. Janowski gets in on the action, and he's gonna come up with the ball. Dukes pushing it down. Janowski gets the ball once again. Tries giving it to Glatz. He shoots and he scores! It's a quick goal for the Dukes. Just a couple minutes in. Like we said before, Damian Glatz, a goal or an assist in his last 7 games makes that 8 games.
Number 9, senior Damian
Janowski finds Glatz wide open, and he fires a strike into the upper left corner of the net, and the Dukes take a 1-0 lead.
And like you said earlier in the season, Connor, Glatz has just been on fire these last 8 games. He's done an amazing job fitting into that role, because normally he does play defense for his club team. So when he came to to play for York, they moved him into that striker spot up front, and he's done a really good job adjusting to that, as we see him put another one in the net right there.
Yeah, TJ Glatz having what I'd say one of the easiest adjustment periods for a position change, especially when you've played defense your entire soccer career. Once it's gotten to a relatively competitive level, making a switch to offense so late in your career, your senior year. But he's been the Duke's top scorer so far this year, and that decision by Coach Stapka really paying off. Taquan Huewe gets rid of it. Dumps it off to Sheik. Sheik nearly gets slide tackled, but he's able to get the pass off. Panthers playing it passive. Now they send it down. This one's going to be intercepted. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Dukes.
The Dukes have done a real good job at stopping any opportunities that this Glenbard team has really had in this game. Every time they get past that midfield mark, you know, Michael Greco's done a great job at stopping those runs and just even, you know, kicking the ball out of bounds, stopping that play from getting even worse. And they've done a real good job preventing any big opportunities here for the Panthers so far.
There's going to be a foul called on the Dukes. But yeah, TJ, like we were saying, I'd say this team is probably more of a defensive first kind of team. Obviously, they were able to score, as we just saw them score an early goal. But in terms of the overall style of play, they're definitely defensive first. They don't give up a lot of scores. So you're going to have to score early if you want to beat them, as that ball comes close to the goal, but it's going to be headed away. Ball will just roll back to midfield. Glotz, the lone Duke, by 4 Panthers. This ball is going to be sent down. Menelaskina heads it back into Panther territory. Dukes. Panthers still retaining majority possession after the Glotz goal. This ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. Whistle blown. It's going to be foul against the Panthers. Ball gets sent down back to the Panthers. This one's right to Herrera. Herrera turns on the Jets, and he's got one man to beat. He gets tripped up. He's still got possession of the ball. Herrera in the corner. Rico keeping it in bounds. He's doing an excellent job. He breaks away from both Panthers defenders. Rico to the goal. He shoots, and it's saved. Excellent job by Herrera, and he's still got the ball. Now he's back in the corner, and he finally gives the ball up. This one's just going to be cleared. This one over to Menelaskina, and this one's finally caught by the goalkeeper. Excellent moves from Gustavo Herrera. Daniel Noble, the starting goalkeeper tonight.
Noble did a great job there on that possession, you know, stopping that great scoring attempt. As we see, Waski's got another one here.
Waski loses the ball, unfortunately, and TJ, back to what you were saying, Herrera with some great moves, working himself out of a jam in the corner. He had 2 Panthers on him. He's somehow able to slip between both of them.
And when you make that great of a move, you know, you're expecting some sort of goal to happen there when you beat 2 defenders by yourself. But I mean, Noval just did a great job, you know, covering for his teammates on that one, making a big save and keeping this game still at 1-0.
He didn't dive. A lot of times you see goalkeepers try and guess. He didn't guess there. He kept his feet planted, but he was still light on his toes. Dukes with the ball. Glotz has it, gives it up. This one's cleared up to Glotz, whose header is over the goal. Glotz couldn't get the downward strike he needed. That one's going to be a miss in the books. 30-33 left to go. Glotz and Herrera pressing up. This one's deflected off of Herrera's calf and goes out of bounds. Another throw-in for the Panthers. And this one's going to be taken away almost instantly. Herrera again, all over the place. Gives it back to Janowski. Janowski back to Herrera. Herrera going in the middle. And he gets tripped up, and that's going to be a foul. Herrera nearly broke away from multiple defenders once again. But he's tripped up about 10 yards in front of the goal box. Free kick for the Dukes. Herrera's kick is a pass. This one just a little bit too fast. And the shot by number 11, Jaden Waski, just a little bit short of the goal.
And that was the right idea from Herrera right there. You saw Waski coming across the middle. If that pass is just a little bit softer where Waski can, you know, catch up to it, I think that could have been a goal there. Just a little out in front of him, missed opportunity there, but it still will be a corner kick for the Dukes.
One up, headed by Steen. This one nearly back to Glotz, but he didn't have the angle to take the shot. That one's going to roll out of bounds. Menelacina comes up and he heads this one away. This one may go out of bounds and Panthers will let it roll. Rodrigo Nunez didn't want to take the chance. Throwing for the Panthers. This one's going to be trouble. Lots of Dukes around. Janowski kicks it out of bounds. He's saying it should be Duke's ball. Another North throw-in. Panthers looking for something. Duke's going to get the ball back. They're going to get a chance to throw it in. This ball is going to find its way over to Alan Rivas. Gives it up. Menelacina gives it up as well to Glotz. Now Wells has it. Wells with a long pass back to the middle of the field. Janowski tries setting something up, and he's still got possession of the ball. Gets rid of it to Herrera. Herrera's pass. Waski loses it. Nice recovery by Rivas. Ball over to Waski. Back to Menelacina. This ball's just kicked into no man's land, and the Panthers are there. The Dukes will get the ball back. Wells has it. Pass intended for Michael Greco, but it gets in between his legs. The Panthers get the ball back.
Panthers looked a lot better there on the defensive side of the ball as they were able to maintain the York Dukes and stop them from, you know, getting that ball inside the goalie box, as we've seen them do with pretty much ease this entire game. So if you're a Glenbard North Panthers fan, that's definitely something you're excited to see, as they're finally able to make a key stop in their own half of the field.
North cooking up here. Rivera's going to have to make a nice save. Oh, the slide, and it's kicked away. Excellent pickup from his teammate. Michael Greco came out of nowhere, slid in and booted the ball out of bounds. And it looked like Rivera was going to have a tough save. But Greco comes in and saves the day. Now the Panthers have a corner kick. And the Dukes hold this one, just kicked way up. Glotz fighting for it. Weak pass, no one can get to it. And it rolls out of bounds. Wells throws it in. Greco's pass deflected and goes out of bounds. Number 26, Colin Hernandez in the way. Wells, second straight throw in. Popped way up and out of bounds. Wells for his third throw in, and this one just staying in bounds. Rico doing a nice job. And breakaway for the Panthers, but it's going to be out of bounds. Marco Galto. His dribbling broke away a little bit, but he could not hang on to it and keep it in bounds. Lost control of the ball. Janowski fighting for the ball. No signal yet. A lot of people think a lot of Dukes think they have it, but it'll be Panthers ball. And Glenbard North loses it once again. The throw-in goes right back to the Panthers. And they're starting to push it up. Menelacina comes over and forces the forward to make a pass back out. This one, the shot. Oh, what a save by Rivera. He leaps up, reaches up to the upper half of the goal and tips the header away. Absolutely incredible, TJ.
And you have to have such a good reaction time to make a play like that, and that's exactly what he has. That's just outstanding play. That ball's perfectly passed into the middle of the box, and great opportunity, great shot there from the Panthers, but just an even better save there from Rivera.
Rivera has height on his size. He stands at 6'3". So he's able to get up and reach up. He's also extremely athletic as well. He would bully me in gym basketball earlier this semester, TJ. It's another grab. Whistle blown, foul called.
That's one thing this York Dukes team, really doesn't do very often is have those fouls. We've gotten to watch a couple of these games together, Connor, here at Clarence D. East Field, and that's one thing that's really kept them in a lot of games is that their opponents are constantly, making bad fouls, doing stuff like that, and the Dukes are able to capitalize off it. But when they really minimize it themselves, they minimize their fouls that they commit themselves. It really helps them out. As in most sports it does when you minimize your penalties and stuff like that. But, that's something that York's coach really likes to focus on is stopping the penalties, and they do a really good job of that, and that's why their record is where it is right now.
Corner kick, and this one's going to go high over, and it'll be all Dukes near the ball. This one's cut off and intercepted by Greco. Greco pushing down, and his pass is out of reach for Glotz. Glotz pressing on the goalkeeper. Has some rushing things. He gets his long kick out to about midfield, and Glenbard North has no choice but to kick it away. And yeah, TJ, back to what you were talking about the penalties. I think this team does a great job. They play physical and they play hard, but they play just hard enough to where it's on the borderline, but they won't get called for any penalties. And I think that's what kept them in the Oak Park game. Fortunately, that one ended in a loss, but I think it was very close for a long time, and part of the reason was the whistle was not getting blown against them pretty much at all.
Yeah, I mean, in that game, the OPRF got out to an early 2-goal lead in that first half. There was just some miscommunications on the defensive part, but besides the first 20 minutes of the match, both teams were pretty much deadlocked. The Dukes got it within 1, and OPRF scored one more to make it 3-1, which was the final score. But for those last 50, 60 minutes of the game, they really minimized those penalties, and it helped them get back into it. I mean, when you play 60 minutes of 1-1 soccer, that's just really, really good, especially against a team like OPRF, which both teams are top 5. So when you have a great matchup like that, what separates games like that most of the time will be the penalties.
It's been all Dukes since the Damian Glotz early goal. Steen with the ball, and this one just going to go out of bounds. Whistle blown. Looks like they're going to have to redo the throw-in. Steen's pass was intended for Aaron Joby, just out of bounds. Ian Sheik, his throw-in is successful to Calvin Hernandez. Hernandez loses the ball. Sheik back in on it. Steen gets it away. And that gives Galto a time to get to the ball. Glotz comes up from behind. Sheik gives it up to Galto. And this one's going to be a breakaway play for the Panthers. Excellent defensive move by Mateusz Janowski. Able to kick it out of bounds. Marco Galto broke away there. And Mateusz Janowski able to, great defensive play. Oh, Joby takes a ball off the face there. Kick straight up, went out of bounds. It'll be Duke's ball. Steen has it down, passes it to Joby. Joby loses the ball, but the Dukes will get it back.
Thanks to the guys that are still there with you for helping out. Tell them I apologize for it. So.
Corner kick for the Dukes, Waski. Will set it up, he won't kick it off. That'll be Feldman, finds Menelacina. Oh, bicycle kick, but this one's headed away. And now the Dukes are gonna have to hustle back. Fortunate break for them, however, the ball goes out of bounds. Jaden Waski has it up top, gets it over to Freddie Steen III. Steen gets it over to Joby. Joby back to Herrera. Rico loses the ball. This one's popped up straight in the air. Header from Janowski. "14 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. Dukes still with a 1-0 lead. Whistle blown, penalty called.
Luca.
Slide tackle. Herrera. And tripped up is Michael Greco. Jaden Waski sends it back to Janowski. Janowski over to Pappas to Waski, back to Janowski. This one's sent down to Joby. Joby falls down hard. Whistle blown. Oh, and there's going to be a card. He kicked it at Joby after the whistle, probably just trying to get it out of bounds. That's a no-no.
Instead of the card here, I think he's just going to give him a quick little chat. I mean, to me personally, it didn't look intentional. I think it was more of just an accidental kick. You know, frustrated with the play, it happens, and, you know, that ball just ended up going straight back at Joby. So, and that's exactly what's going to happen, is no card will be pulled here.
Kickoff from Herrera. Ball comes over. Duke's trying to push inside the goal box. This one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Dukes. Waski's corner kick is not up. Started to go and he paused. Now he goes back.
Waski has been their main guy this year on these corner kicks, doing a great job. Saw here just a couple of weeks ago that one of his corner kicks did lead to a goal.
Take two is up and away. This time he doesn't stop. He goes through with it. This one's sent up and not good enough to be a field goal, but way too high to be a soccer goal. One's going to go out of bounds.
With 12 minutes left to go in this first half, the Dukes have really controlled this game well so far, as they do currently lead 1-0 over the Glenbard North Panthers. And it's really just been a real good defensive showing from the Dukes. They got a good goal early off a great pass from Janowski, where Glaz was able to put it in. But besides that, all players have done a great job defensively, and that's really what we've seen all season, and that's why they are the 5th-ranked team in the state.
You know, we saw a breakaway from Wells, but Glenbard North does a good job kicking that one out of bounds, so Waski will have another corner kick. Willie. It'll be Gustavo Herrera. His corner kick taken by Steen. Goes out of bounds. And they'll do it all over again. This one kicked up and nearly a goal, but it instead goes out of bounds. This time it'll be on the Dukes. Panthers get the ball.
A reminder that the athletic boosters are selling York Duke apparel on the north side of the home bleachers. Again, they'll be open through halftime. Thank you.
Noble kicks it out. Now the Panthers are moving it up. Let's get the ball back. Papa's pass is intercepted. Oh. Get back, give it to Herrera. This ball sent down to Steen. Steen's header, not good enough. Greco getting in on the action. Couldn't control this little chest bump. Ball will go out of bounds, but Dukes will get a throw in. Steen throws it in. Gives it up to Rico. Go back to Steen. Less than 10 minutes left to go in the first half. All started near the goal box, and it finds its way all the way back to where Mateusz Janowski is. Dukes have flipped field. Slowing it down. Waski sends it down to Feldman. Feldman fighting. There's Jack Dubray on that last play. Gustavo Herrera gives it up. Now the ball all the way back to Papa. Papa's pass is intercepted, and now Rico comes back. He takes it back. No whistle blown, despite Glenbard North player being tripped up and falling over. Ball goes out of bounds. And they're moving fast and transitioning now. Going down the field. Back-to-back headers. Waski sends this one up. Oh, and it's saved. Wow, that would have been a long goal if it was good. Waski really put all of his leg into that kick. Noble got up there and got a hand on it and deflected it out of the way.
And that's what makes Jaden Waski so dynamic on the field, is that he just has such a strong leg, and he's also so fast that that's just almost an unstoppable duo to have as a soccer player. And you see it right there. He pulls up from maybe the 30-yard line, so it's like a 40-yard kick right there. And that was a screamer. It had some heat on it coming in towards Noval, but ball was on net. If Noval doesn't get a hand on it, that's for sure a goal.
Corner kick for the Dukes, and the header is missed, and the ball's going to roll all the way out of bounds. Header was attempted by Alan Rivas. Rico steals the ball. He shoots. Oh, and it just misses. Just a little bit to the left. Noble didn't even try to move. Rico with an excellent takeaway, and the shot just a bit wide left.
And on that great shot from Herrera, Noble did not have any chance on that play. If that's a goal, it's a goal. If it misses, it misses. He just has to hope and pray it's wide off the net like it was right there, because he's set up on the left side of the net, and Herrera just puts it almost perfectly to where he had no shot. He was aiming for that bottom right-hand corner, and it was just barely missing the net. That for sure would have been a goal if that was on target.
Steen shuts down the little offensive rush from Glenbard North. Now Rico with the ball gives it up to Waski. Waski's got it, and he gives it up to Dubray. Dubray over in the middle, and this one's cleared up in the air. Oh, and coming in is Menuesino flying kick. Oh, and brought down. Michael Greco.
And that's a hard play on the ball there from Hussein Anani, as we saw him trying to make a tough play on the ball, keeping Greco from really keeping that push going that the York Dukes had, but instead, you know, pushed Greco a little bit too hard, put him on the ground, and now Waski's going to take this free kick at about the 25.
Waski's kick is up and aggressive. Oh, nearly another goal. This time it's saved by Daniel Noble. First free kick was taken by Gustavo Herrera. He took the passive route. Waski taking the extremely aggressive route, nearly with a goal.
And I completely expected that from Waski. We saw him not even on a free kick shooting it from the 30. So you're set up at the 25 and you got a ton of space around you. Why not go for it? As that one's going to be kicked out of the box. But that's just a good shot from Waski. Another one on the net. He's putting it up in the top part of the net. That's a tough save, but Daniel Noval's has looked great on his last two attempts.
Oh! Glad scores again. I can't believe what just happened. Herrera kicked it from just in front of the goal, like way far out. And it was a volleyball set from Daniel Noble, and Damian Glatz comes out of nowhere, finishes the job. And that's his second goal of the game. With 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the first half.
And right when I was trying to give this kid some praise on the great save attempts he's had all night, especially on the last two shots from Waski, he comes in here, he gets a perfect one right in the chest, and he just bobbles it, and Damian Glatz is ready for that rebound. That's what you have to be ready for. That's just a great play by Damian Glatz. Being ready for that, you know, you never know with these goalies if they're going to be able to hold on to even the easy ones, and that one wasn't able to, and Glatz was right there to put that one straight back into the back of the net.
Dubray fighting for it. It's going to go out of bounds. Throw in for the Glenbard North Panthers. DJ, maybe Glatz heard you praising the goalie. Took that personally and said, I'll show him. Dukes with the ball back very shortly after scoring the goal. Joby has it. Gives it up to Herrera. Herrera to Waski to Steen. Steen with a nice cutback move. And he's trying to beat out a couple of Panthers. He's got a nice clear ball. Dubray's kick is up and just left. No one was there to recenter it.
It's a great push there from Steen. He was using the sideline to his favor. The Dukes have done a great job of that all night. Really using that sideline and working their way up and then pushing it back towards the middle. We saw Steen there make a great move, beating two defenders, getting into the box, but that pass was just a little bit too high for Dubray, and that ball ended up going out of bounds.
Noble sends this one away, right to Papa. And the ball finds its way back to Freddie Steen once again. Steen over to Joby. Can Joby get there in time? Ball will roll out of bounds before Joby could get a leg on it. Minute 45 and counting in this first half. The throw-in will be intercepted. Papa, quick little pass to Joby. Over to Herrera. Herrera, another nice move. Ball will be out of bounds before can make his center. TJ, with just a little over a minute left, what have you liked so far, and what would you like to see continued going into the second half?
The Dukes have done a really good job, playing defense. We've talked about it, not just tonight, but all season long. They've really shown their defensive abilities, and they just really, helped out the goalkeepers, whether it's Ochoa or Rivera in net. They've done a great job. Those guys are great goaltenders, but when you can take that little bit of extra pressure off, it really does them a big favor. And they have 2 goals, so it's been a bit more of an offensive attack than we've seen in the past from the Dukes. But when you play that good defense, it's going to translate to offense sooner or later. And for the Dukes here tonight, it was sooner.
Yeah, TJ, and Dukes, speaking of that offense, they have the ball deep into Glenbard North territory. See Aaron Joby in on the action. Five seconds left to go in the first half. And time will expire. Ochoa picks up the ball. And the first half comes to a close.
The Panthers 0.
And
again, the Athletic Boosters are
Dukes
selling
lead
York Duke apparel
2-0 on
the
senior
north
night.
side
You're watching
of the home
York
bleachers.
Varsity Soccer here on York Sports
They will be
Network.
closing up at halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, second half, just moments underway. Dukes with a 2-0 lead on their senior night. And Waskey boots this one. This one's gonna make it all the way to the other end of the field. Slide tackle over. Glenbard. North pushing up. Hugo Lopez Vargas in on the action. The Dukes get the ball back. Michael Greco's got it. This one intercepted by Ion Sheik. Sheik gets it taken away. Feldman down to Waskey. Waskey breaking away and he's tripped up. Whistle blown, that's gonna be a foul. Ion Sheik, it's a whistle blown and he's gonna sub out. And TJ, as we just start the second half, Glenbard North being down 2-0, what do you think they have to improve on if they want to cut into this Dukes lead and as they work to tie it up?
They have to do a better job of controlling the ball. They've really done a bad job of that, especially in the first 20, 30 minutes of the game. They really struggled to hold on to it. They were giving the ball away constantly to the Dukes and causing their goalie to be under a lot more stress and have to make a lot more tough saves in the first half, and that's what led to that first goal. And, the second goal was just, a mistake by the goalkeeper. But, also, like I just said, when you put all that extra stress on the goalie, it can lead to things like that where a little mistake, which led to the second goal for Glods. But Glenbard North's got to do a better job of taking care of the ball, using their possessions wisely, and then they got to stop naming Glods, which is a tough task to do. But, we've seen teams do that before. OPRF did it earlier this year, and if they can lock him down, I think York will have a lot harder of a time scoring goals in the second half.
Here's Rivas. Rivas fighting for the ball, and this one popped up, kicked away. And the Panthers have possession. Colin Hernandez in on the action. This one's going to go out of bounds. Watson on the action, couldn't get it head on there. Hernandez fighting for it, now the ball makes its way to Escobedo. And falling over is Michael Greco. Greco and Escobedo hug it out on the field. Ball cleared away. 5-on-5. Rodrigo Nunez had it. Go Feldman defending. Now Escobedo gets the ball back. Now it goes over to Diego Navarro Saverda. Cleared up once again. Glatson on the action, trying to fight for the ball. Rivas gives chase. The ball back to Hugo Takeaway. Nunez has it. He kicks it out. Nice little cut from Andy Rodriguez. Rodriguez gives it up to Escobedo. Escobedo with some nice moves. What a nice clear from Mateusz Janowski. Steen in on the action. Ball back to Rodrigo Nunez. Navarro Saverda. His pass intercepted by Janowski, who loses the ball, slips, gets back up. And he's going to pass it down to Gustavo Herrera. Janowski still has it. This one out of bounds. Janowski hyping up the crowd. It'll be a throw-in for the Dukes.
Great play there from Janowski. We've really seen him take over the defensive side of the ball here tonight. He's definitely a guy that this York Dukes team missed when they were playing OPRF here. He's really done a good job controlling the defense, being the captain that they need him to be. And, you know, we saw him right there playing a bit of an offensive side of the ball, but when you got a defender who can do so much on the field, as in take it himself the distance like we saw a couple seconds ago, that's just a huge thing you need to be a real successful soccer team at the high school level.
And Wasina can handle it, and Escobedo gets it back. Now this one's fighting, but it's going to be kicked away by Papa. All in the corner. Steenan on the action. Now they're going to kick it out. Oh, coming in on it was Colin Hernandez, but couldn't finish the kick. And now the Dukes have the ball. Ranging in motion. This one down to Glotz. Glotz over to Waski. And Waski's got room. He finds Glotz. Glotz has it. He shoots. Oh, and it's saved. But here comes Rivas, and he couldn't handle it. Now this ball is kicked away, and it skips away from Michael Greco. Nice defensive segment from Glenbard North. Janowski with a nice sliding kick over to Steen, but Steen loses the ball. And now Andy Rodriguez loses it as he was starting to accelerate. Oh, tripped up and fouled will be Alan Rivas. Called on the foul is Andy Rodriguez. Rico with the free kick, gets it over to Waski. Waski clears it up, oh, and it's saved by Novel. Novel with a long throw. Now Glenbard North in transition. Janowski once again gets there, able to get the ball out of bounds. Colin Hernandez not able to make anything after his little breakaway with the ball. The Panthers will, however, have a corner kick coming up. Escobedo's corner kick is up. And that one will roll out of bounds. Nobody could get to it. Menelosina to throw it in. This ball's on the ground. Rivas tripped up. Jaden Waski also coming up. Navarro Saverda gets it over to Marco Galto. Oh, and there's a collision. That is not good. Both players get up. There will be a yellow card issued on number 4, Hugo Tekowewe. Jesus Velasquez shaking up Panther on that play. While the trainer takes a look at him, we'll step away. You're watching York Varsity Soccer on York Sports Network. Back to the action here. Dukes with a 2-0 lead in the second half. 30 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Dukes with a free kick. Herrera's free kick is headed away by Ion Sheik. Menowacina has it, kicks it up, and on top of the netting. Just a little high on Xander's kick. Daniel Noble Novel's at the kick. He boots this one up and away. Menowacina back in on it. Herrera over to Waski. And this one nearly goes out of bounds. It'll be saved by Rodrigo Nunez. Nunez over to Navarro Saverda. Back to Nunez.
Glenbard North is really struggling right now on the offensive side of the ball. They just have not been able to get any momentum going.
Here's a breakaway by the Dukes. Waski's going to lose it. Nunez gets it back. And Nunez going to send it down to Andy Rodriguez. Rodriguez fighting for it with Janowski. Janowski kicks it back. Marco Galto. There, now Rodriguez back in on it. He's fighting this one. Just kicked up and away by Papa. Ball in play, it's over to the Dukes. No. Nunez over to Navarro Saverda. Out of bounds. Glenbard North ball. Nunez throws it in to Rodriguez. And Rodriguez gets tangled up with Michael Greco. Greco boots this one up to Rivas, who cannot control it. Rivas fighting for the steal on this one, and whistle will be blown. Ball in the corner. Panthers get it out. Papa kicks it off. This one cleared by Wells. That lands out of bounds near the Glenbard North bench. The throw in, and Papa's gonna, or Steen's gonna have to come over and intercept this one. And now Janowski has it. Gives it over to Rivas. Rivas clears this. Oh, it's headed up. That pass was intended for Damian Glotz. Diego Navarro Severda doing another nice job defensively. Escobedo near the goal. He shoots. This one's blocked, and this one's going to go out of bounds. That block was by Jaden Waski.
Escobedo made a great move there getting into the box. He did a great job getting around the entire Duke's defense up on the right side, broke towards the middle, but once he got that shot off, Janowski was right there to block it, stopping any attempt that Ochoa would have had to make on the ball.
Andrew checks into the game for the first time tonight. That one's going to go out of bounds. Navarro Severda to throw it in. The throw in over to Escobedo. Escobedo to Waski. Waski takes it away. Now sends it back to Janowski. Janowski over to Papa. Now Steen. Steen gets it over to Michael Greco. This ball's gonna get over. Check can't handle it. Still pressing up, and this one intercepted by Greco. Greco fighting with two Panthers for the ball. Greco can't get it again. Dukes still have possession, however. Waski clears this one down. The shot and the save. Nice save by Noble. Rico couldn't get his score in. It was a heck of a shot, however. Header from Menowesina. This ball going down. Rodriguez pushes Menowesina to the ground. 23-36. Waski with a sky-high kick over to Herrera. Herrera with a nice move. Herrera gets closer to the goal. Rico can't handle it, but the ball gets out. It's still in play. Rico over to Waski. Back to Rico. Steen has a, oh, nice move by Steen. Breaking some ankles. This one over to Rivas, but it's headed away. Waski has it. This one's cleared. That one's going to roll out of bounds. Escobedo going to kick it. Escobedo's kick right to Mendocino, who pops this one up, and it's going to bounce on the track out of bounds. Another throw in. Escobedo clears this one. This time it'll be right to Mateusz Janowski. Tripped up is Nico Feldman. Greco trying to find. Papa cuts it off, gets it over to Steen. Steen sends it down to Herrera. Herrera still pushing. He's got check to his left. Herrera tries taking it himself. He gets tripped up and he loses the ball. On the steal is Davor Slomich. The Dukes get the ball back. Check has it. Check with a clear, just a bit long, intended for Rivas. So it'll be picked up by Feldman. Feldman to Janowski to Steen. This ball kicked back. Papa giving chase. Papa over to Waski. Gets past Check. Panthers with possession. Check pushing up. No choice but to give it back to Noble, who boots this one up. Janowski with the header. A lot of contact. Jorge Roman gets it out. The pass intended for Escobedo just ends up with Ochoa, who has to fall down on the ball. Ochoa gets it over to Mendocino before getting back to the goal. Rivas, nice job keeping the ball in play. Whistle blown. Rodrigo Nunez to kick. Nunez boots it. This one headed up into no man's land. First to get there is Roman. Roman has it, and it's going to get taken away by Waski, who loses it once again to Andy Pena now. Diego Navarra Saavedra. The ball taken away from him. Waski breaking away. Waski pushing up towards the goal. Doesn't make the pass, but this ball goes straight to Greco. Greco has it. Gives it up to Herrera. Herrera in between his legs. Herrera fighting for the ball, trying to keep it in bounds. Herrera slows it down. Another nice move. Rico gets rid of it. The shot and the goal. Alan Rivas with Michael Greco with the Gustavo Herrera with the score. Third time's a charm, folks. Rico with the goal. It's going to make it 3-0.
It was just a great play there from Rico Herrera. He worked his way through 4 Panther defenders on that last play, doing a great job. Getting it into the middle, he's looking up, make a good pass to Waski, but instead of that pass going to Waski, that ball redirects off the defender, Diego Navarro Saverde, and it goes straight into the back of the net. No chance there for Naval to make a play on the ball, and that's going to break this lead now up to 3-0 as the Dukes are winning with 18:44 left to go in this second half.
Dukes get the ball back. Deep in their own territory, the Panthers trying to work out. Navarro Saavedra kicks it back to the goalie, Novel. Novel clears it out. Escobedo clears this one. It's going to make it all the way to Ochoa, who just knocks it down. Ochoa taking his time now, picks it up, rolls it to Michael Greco. Papa gives it back to Ochoa, who clears it, finds Steen at about midfield. Now Steen turns on the Jets, and he's going towards the goal. He gets pushed from behind. The whistle is blown. That's number 4, Hugo Tikawewe, and that is not the first time we've called his name on a penalty. That's another yellow card. Steen seems to be okay, but slow to get up, and he was moving, and then he got knocked to the ground. Took a hard fall.
Very scary play because Steen doesn't even know there's, a guy coming from behind to push him like that. He obviously knows that there's someone on his tail chasing him down, but you're never expecting someone to just full arm extended and throw them to the ground like that. Just glad to see that he's all right and that we're able to keep this game rolling along here, but the yellow card was definitely the right call there by the ref.
Tikawewe. And the whistle blown on him a couple times tonight. Duke's got a free kick. There's another whistle. Jaden Waski gets pushed to the ground and does a somersault. And this kick is up near the goal. Can they get it out? Yes, they can. Combination of Andy Rodriguez and Ion Sheik. Steen gets it out of there. And now Steen has it near the corner, and this one's going to go behind the goal and out of bounds.
Steen just looking for something that's not really there at that current moment. He was looking for a shot on the net, but he just did not have the angle, being outside the box and just to the left side, just nothing available there. No one else in the box. Also, if there's a rebound opportunity, it was only Glotz with 3 Panther defenders near him. So right there, just a little bit of a wasted opportunity, but other than that, they've really taken the best, shots and passes opportunities they've had all game. So just one little mistake there from Steen.
I don't know if I'd necessarily call that a mistake, TJ. I think you're more just trying to kill clock. Like, I don't think he would be doing that if it was a close game, but you're up 3 goals with about a quarter left to play. Or like 30% of the game left to go. I don't think he's taking that. That one, another missed save, and Mendocino kicks it out of bounds.
Mendocino looking for another sky kick opportunity. We saw him do it earlier in the game. That time going for goal as a defender. He doesn't really get too many opportunities being up there to score those goals, but it's senior night. He's taking his shots up there. It's a good shot on that, just wide, but with that shot being taken, it looks to be that Andy Rodriguez has still not gotten up from that collision, and they're going to call the trainer over here to take a look at him.
While they take a look at him, we're going to step away. 15-19 left to go. 3-0 Duke's lead. York's Varsity Soccer Senior Night live on York Sports Network. back to the action after the injury timeout. Andy Rodriguez able to get up on his own will, just needed a minute. And now we're back to the game. Jaden Waski gets it over to Rico Herrera to Damian Glotz. Ball gets over to Sam Capotis. This ball going way back. Janowski just going to kick this one to Ochoa. Daniel Marcial has it, gives it back to Anthony Feldman. Feldman clears it. Intended for Glotz, going to be intercepted by Rodrigo Nunez, who gives it to Hugo Tekaway. Ball cleared way down. Papa guarding. Ball is given up. And jump catch from Ochoa. Ochoa to Waski. Over to Papa. This one cleared down. Check giving chase. Tripped up, falling there. But coming up with the ball, Michael Greco. Greco to check to Glotz. This one to Janowski, over to Rico. Greco with it, running up. Check has it, gives it up. Nice little pass from Glotz to Greco. A lot of quick short passes, just not trying to give the ball up. Check has it, but it's called for the trip up there. Check running down this one. Booted up by Papa. A lot of bodies going for the ball. Nice quick little pass. Escobedo. With it, Panthers slow it down. With the ball, 11 minutes to go. Nice slide kick from number 14, Gabriel Castillo. First time calling his name tonight. Now Greco has it. Greco still has it, running all over the place. Up, down, left, and right. Oh, nice little pass to Glotz. Glotz breaking away, has a lot of men on him. He shoots, and this one just right. Damian Glotz almost had. I'm sorry, that was Rico Herrera again. That was a nice quick little pass from Damian Glotz. Rico Herrera almost had his second goal of the night. Just missed it right if he went 3 for 3, I mean, there were a couple of really close ones. I mean, he could have a hat trick right now. This one skied up in the air. Janowski coming over, makes midair contact, gets up. Marcial trying to fight for the ball along with Anthony Feldman. Marcial bumps it to Feldman, who will send it back to Alex Papa. Menelosino, who's now back in the game, swings it over to Waski. And Waski breaks away. Waski using that speed, controlling the ball, gets it over to Glotz. Glotz shoots, oh, and it's saved by Noble. This one passed to Jorge Roman. Roman going with a defense from Czech. Czech gets the whistle blown on him once again. Free kick for Christian Escobedo. He sends this one up, and it's over the goal. Try going all the way. Ochoa watched it sail over his head and over the goal, just under the field goal crossbar. Ochoa gives it up to Janowski. Janowski to Rico. Rico slipping and sliding on the turf. And now Escobedo has it. Nice move on Feldman. Escobedo still with the ball. 3 Dukes on him. He gets through. He shoots. And it's, oh, just over the goal. Escobedo nearly had one of the best goals if that would have counted. He got around 4 Duke defenders. But he just kicks it over the top bar. So still be a 3-0 lead, 7:16 left to go. Duke's trying to close this game out. This one skied up, out of reach for Fabi Zaven. Okay. No, they freaking opened it. Luka was. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Apologize for the slight delay, folks. A bit of technical difficulties. Janowski just gives it back to Ochoa. Back to Janowski, who clears this one out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Glenbard North. Rodrigo Nunez throws it in to Callan Hernandez, who loses the ball to Greco. Greco to Janowski. That one's going to go out of bounds. Duke's ball. Choi gets it over to Menelacina. And it cleared back to Escobedo. Escobedo gonna lose it to Greco, who he slips and falls. Greco gets it over to number 11, Jaden Waski. And Waski has it, he's got space. Loses it, however, to Diego Navarra Saavedra. And a slide tackle attempt from Rico, just gets the ball popped up, falling to the ground. Number 12, Favi Zavin. Now Rico has it, he's got space. He slows it down, getting a little tripped up, gets it over to Anthony Feldman. Feldman clears this one up, and it gets over. And the shot is just right from number 13, Daniel Marcil. .340 and counting left. This one just couple of passes back and forth. Now this one makes it up to midfield. Escobedo gives it to Navarro Saavedra. Feldman steals it. Gets it over to Rico. Nice move. Rico loses it, then gets it right back and loses it again. Glenbard North pushing up. Rodrigo Nunez had it. Gave it up to Rodriguez. Now he's going to lose it, and this is a breakaway, and this one's just going to be kicked into the corner.
And with that ball being kicked out of bounds with 2:30 left to go, with the score being 3-0, the rest of the York seniors are running out onto the field to get their opportunity. These are all the JV2 seniors. They'll get their chance to play on varsity here tonight on senior night. Special moment for the York Dukes and these players to get to experience what it feels to be like on the varsity team.
This one's breaking away. Jimmy Paulson goes, he shoots, and it's saved by Noble. Jimmy just couldn't get enough height on that one.
We would just like to recognize these JV2 seniors as that ball gets kicked out of bounds. Who will be playing here tonight. Forward, Luke Biscacci, Connell Doyle, Jake Kubicek, Cash Langley, Justin Mardick, Jimmy Paulson, Maximo Shaw, and Austin Scherer. The seniors of the JV2 team who are out here tonight getting their chance as the clock is winding down in this one with 1:05 on the clock. 3-0 still our score here as the Dukes lead the Panthers currently.
This ball headed, oh, big fall by Menelacina. And Jimmy Paulson trying to stay with the ball, and he fights through. This is some breakaway speed. This one kicked up. Oh, just no one was there to finish the shot. It's blocked. Paulson trying to get there, and this one skied in the air. Kubicek fighting. couldn't get ahead on it. Many of the JV2 juniors and underclassmen here to support their fellow senior teammates. Going crazy as Minnesota just boots this one across the field. Final 6 seconds. And this one nearly own gold, but Noble comes back and pays attention, but more importantly, the clock hits 0, and the Dukes win on senior night. Everyone able to get in the game. 3-0 victory over the Glenbard North Panthers. 2 goals from Damian Glotz and a goal from Rico Herrera. Set up an excellent win. TJ, what are your thoughts about this one?
We said it early, we said it often. The defense played amazing here tonight for the Dukes. Glenbard North just had barely any opportunities. Mateusz Janowski leading the way defensively. They missed him earlier on in the season when he unfortunately picked up a red card and had to sit out a big game against OPRF, and we saw his presence not being there really affecting the team. But with him back in the lineup today and the last couple games, the Dukes have looked a lot stronger with him back there, and this offense also looked a lot stronger than we typically see at 3 goals. Offense was firing all cylinders, and with all the seniors here playing their last regular season game at Clarence Dees Field, it's just a special moment for all of them, able to, especially those a part of the JV2 team, to get their chance at to play varsity soccer here at York. And with that, we want to thank all of our viewers at home who have watched all the York streams this year for the York Dukes soccer team, as this is our last home game. We may have an opportunity come playoff time to do a game or two. We'll keep you updated on that once we get to that point in the season. But we want to thank you guys very much. And I've been to Silkaitis, and alongside me here tonight has been Connor Choi. We want to thank you guys for watching. Have a good night, and go Dukes.